Hello, it's Cara and welcome to your tarot for this week. Firstly, you will notice below there is a subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate if you press that because it means I know you're watching and you're interested. Firstly, this is your weekly reading, and as my custom now is to deal 3 cards from the major arcana to reveal in broad strokes, remember, broad strokes, what this week means for you. The very first one is this. It is the Emperor. And as we look at the Emperor is sitting there. He looks a little bit sad. He's got the shield of King Wenceslas IV beside him. And note that the shield is showing a little bit of ole, a bit of dancing. And this card is indicating, whilst you may feel you have lots of things on your mind, and that brings you down, this shield reminds you that in order to protect you from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune and all sorts of what's happening around about you, that this shield and the bird that is on it, that the eagle is showing you that it's dancing. Take yourself lightly. Take everyone lightly. Situations may be grave in some cases, but if that is the case, it doesn't make you any more appreciative. It doesn't make you react any better if you feel as if you're ground into the ground. Remember, levity, laughter is quite a medicine. So let's look at the second one which comes up. And with this, it is temperance. Temperance is a natural bedfellow of the Emperor. When we see that attitude from the Emperor, what temperance is telling you is we've got the water in the 2 jugs, and the angel is pouring one jug into the other. Now, this is a design as employed by the great painter Raphael. And if we think about that, these painters are using such imagery, then it's got a lot of artistic merit that Raphael wanted to use this particular image. And this image is showing water being placed, so life, force, emotion being poured from one jug into another, and not a drop being spilled, mind you. It's not being spilled for a reason, because the angel is saying, not time yet. Not time yet. Which is saying, if you have decisions to make, and perhaps in light of the Emperor being the first card, people try to make you make decisions, rashly, as I've recently had, do not make the decision. If it is so important, it can wait. You do not need to react knee-jerk on anything when you can pause. You can consider, you can study, and you can get truth and evidence and all sorts of things in order to make your decision appropriate and not just made because someone has told you, but you must, and you must now. You don't. Then the third card which comes, and this is very much in line with this, here we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a card which comes up rather often in many readings because lots of people carry the weight of the world upon their shoulders or within their lives. When I speak to people who say, but I would love to do this in my life, I want to do this, I say, well, why don't you do it? Oh, but I can't, I've got this to do, and I've got that to do, and I've got something else to do. Will the world end if you stop doing one of those things? The answer is no. But you feel you are put upon to do this because you feel you need to do things for others. And let me tell you a little secret. When you constantly do things for others, you constantly put yourself out. What happens is you're like a battery. And imagine like the battery on your phone or your computer. And you see it gradually go down. And you're constantly at the point of when you recharge and it goes up to 20%. And then it starts to go down, and then it goes up to 20%. It never actually gets a full charge because you are constantly doing things for others. Yes, it's laudable, and yes, you want to help, Absolutely. I agree. However, unless you take time to yourself, unless you take time to rest, and I mean properly rest, not think, oh, I'll just sit and I'll watch something on the television, or I'll listen to music, I'm going to read at the same time. In fact, I'm going to play on social media. That's not rest. Take time to actually rest. Recharge your batteries fully. Because what that means is that when you're fully charged and you're going to help someone, they get you at absolute fullness. It's like you walk along to a pond, a mill pond somewhere, and you throw a stone in, and it's a nice calm day, the water is nice and calm. When you throw the stone in, where the stone goes in, ripples come out equally in every direction. And that's you when you are fully charged. You've got your energy back, your mojo's back. It means that everyone gets that part of you, your help, equally, instead of someone getting the flagging remains of what you have on offer. I will be back all the way through the week, Monday to Friday, with a specific tarot card pertaining to each day. But whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I wish you a wonderful week. And remember, be happy, be joyful, and have love in your heart. Goodbye for now.